As the excruciatingly short, not live playoffs of season 23 of The Voice continue, Kelly Clarkson and Niall Horan are super screwed. The Voice season 23 playoffs continued on Monday. As last week, kindly take note that I did not state live playoffs, since this round was pre-taped, yet again. It's still unclear to me whether NBC is attempting to accommodate Kelly Clarkson's talk show tapings, new coaches Niall Horan and Chance the Rapper's hectic schedules, or simply retiring coach Blake Shelton's senioritis. However, it turns out that just the final 2 weeks of Blake's final season of The Voice would be broadcast live. Only those 2 weeks, the top 8 semifinals the next week and the final matchup the following Monday, will allow for public voting. On long ago, classic Voice seasons of yore, back when Blake wasn't jaded and he and Adam Levine were still BFFs, viewers had weeks of live performances and interactive voting to get invested in each team's singers. But now it feels like those days ended shortly after Mark Burnett decided that the Allison Hayslip, Christina Million's job of social media correspondent no longer needed to be filled, or after original coach CeeLo Green's mascot Perfect the Cat lost her endorsement deal with Meow Mix. Anyway, last week, the 10 contestants comprising Team Chance and Team Blake performed, with those 2 coaches, not the viewers at home, choosing which 4 singers to advance to the semifinals. This week, that process repeated with Team Kelly and Team Niall, and this was an even more frustrating episode, because it could be argued that those 2 teams were even more stacked, and therefore even more hindered by season 23 seconds curtailed schedule and team quotas. Kelly was sweating, and Niall's heart was beating fast as they faced some difficult decisions, knowing they could only save 2 contestants from each of their 5-person teams. I feel like I could get it so wrong, but I can't go wrong with any of you, Niall told his contestants with a guilty shrug. Oh my god, I forgot how smooth your voice is, Kelly exclaimed during Monday's rehearsals with D. Smooth. Well, of course she forgot, he has not performed on the show in weeks. D. Smooth was Kelly's playoff pass contestant, which meant he bypassed the entire knockout rounds. And while that seemed to give him an edge at the time, winning the playoff pass wasn't such an advantage after all. With a truncated season, plus the fact that so few Voice contestants from any season go on to have big careers, all that the contestants really get out of this show is exposure. And this season's playoff pass contestants sat out the knockouts, which meant less exposure. In retrospect, it was kind of like getting montaged. But D. Smooth made up for lost screen time with his vibey, floor-sitting, thoroughly modern performance, in which he took a college song that Kelly had worried might be too linear and, through his expert ad-libbing, took it to another level. Kelly raved, "That's my favorite thing you've ever done on the show," and Chance said, "I can picture you in front of thousands of screaming fans while you do your little improv runs. This was the first time I really felt smoke from any other team. I wasn't worried until right now. The top 20 are now the top 8, and that was all in a flash." Riley, Gina, D. Smooth, and Holly will finally face off against Team Blake's Noivas and Grace West and Team Chance's Ray Uriel and Sorrell during the actually live semifinals on Monday. Results will be announced the same night. The remaining finalists will then compete on May 22nd. And then everything will be over, instantly. The new champion will be announced on the May 23rd finale, but I anticipate that the ticker tape celebrations NBC has planned for Blake's much-anticipated departure will completely overshadow that news. Then, see you.